in Philadelphia, uh, a polling site there had a huge mural of President Obama painted on the wall.
Yeah, and they told them that they had to completely cover it up.
Hmm.
So they did by putting a couple of pieces of paper over his face and didn't cover anything else up.
All right, you can still see the logo and everything.
Right.
Is there anybody left in America that doesn't know what this stupid logo is?
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Uh, some stories going around today. Rick, what was your experience in the polling place this morning?
Well, it went very well. There was a lot of people there,
Hmm.
but it went well. I mean, I didn't have to deal with any rigmarole or weird stuff. All I had to do was wait in line for about an hour and a half.
Mm. And then my experience was pretty decent this morning as well. Very helpful poll workers there that were quite. They did a good job of being completely nonpartisan. They were helpful. They walked up and down with sample ballots, showing everybody what they look like. Uh, you know, Here in South Carolina, we have some issues with some of our candidates getting thrown off the ballot, and then were able to get themselves back on as a petition candidate. So he was explaining who they were and where to find them on the ballot. But other than that, we only, as I told you, there was only the one incident during the whole time we were there, and there was a pro-Obama person in line who was very loudly proclaiming how she was there to vote for President Obama and how we all ought to be there for Obama, and he was such a wonderful president, and how could we not want to give him 4 more years? We got to vote for him again. And well, I spoke up. Hey, you can't do that in a polling place. It's illegal. And several other people around are backed up. Yeah, man, you really can't do that. You're what you're doing could be construed as campaigning for one party or the other, and you can't do it inside a polling place.
Right.
So after a little grumbling, the loudmouth shut up and stood in line quietly for the rest of the time we were there. But other than that, no issues. Any stories coming out about any of the poll watchers today? I haven't seen anything on that at all.
Not just the ones that were removed from the polling place. Were GOP poll watchers that were removed from the polling place in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
and were told by the judge that they had to be reinstated.
Oh yeah, the Tea Party folks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking about the UN poll watchers.
Not heard anything about them, but like I said, there were so many of them
Hmm.
that um, they had so much area to try to cover that it was kind of a exercise in futility.
Oh, as I try to pull it up, Town Hall has an article about those UN poll watchers. It says the headlines: UN poll watchers baffled. The United States doesn't require ID to vote.
Well, I bet that they are. Who you say you are? What are you thinking?
Exactly. International visitors also note that there's no police at U.S. polling stations. In foreign countries, police at polling stations are viewed as signs of security. In the United States, they are sometimes seen as intimidating.
Yes, just slightly. Now, what I'm doing right now is you have brought up the um, the petition candidates here in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, I've been scrolling down those numbers until I got to this one particular race. Um, Petition candidates getting their ass handed to them,
Yeah.
unless they were the only thing on the list.
Right.
Okay? Until I got to this one, and this is State Senate District 23.
Does that belong to Jakey Nuts?
I do believe it does, and at this point, with 42% reporting, Mr. Knotts is down by 1,000 votes
Nice.
to a petition candidate. And if that petition candidate can beat him, then it makes the whole thing worth doing. And I'm not even saying that she is the know all end all here.
Hmm.
Just saying you got to be better than Boss Hog.
One would hope.
Yeah, one would hope. But as I said, I was just looking through just to see how these kids are doing, these petition candidates. And so far, I haven't seen anything that kind of looks impressive.
Well, I mean, really, you can't even tell which party affiliation the petition candidates are in the first place because they can't list them.
Right.
They're petition candidates. I myself selected a petition candidate today because of who he was running against. He is a friend of the network, by the way, at least to some extent.
To
To some extent, he has been an ally in the past. How about that?
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. There you go.
So
Ally in the past.
he has been an ally in the past. So I did select Mr. Kerry Wood over our incumbent Democrat representative here in my district of Glen Reese. He is the only petition candidate that was appearing on my ballot, so it was an easy choice. Do I pick the petition guy or the Democrat? And while Mr. Glenn Reese does provide us with lots of yummy donuts, is
Yeah.
the owner of the local Krispy Kreme franchise. Uh, I don't have any particular animosity against him, but I would like to see one more Democrat go home and, you know what, make donuts. Let's do that.
Yeah. Well, as it stands right now, since you brought that up,
Hmm.
the 46% reporting. Mr. Reese has got 8,218 votes, which is 76%. Mr. Woods, 25, 35, 24%.
Right,
But his wife will go to the House, so I mean, it can't be all bad, right?
right. It's a husband and wife team going to our state legislature there. How about that? Or at least one of the two.
Yeah, yeah, at least one of the two.
You know,
Um,
this is the peril, if I may point out, of voting a straight ticket. If you just click the button at the beginning of your ballot that says straight ticket, it doesn't necessarily, it won't pick up candidates like this that are running as independents or petition candidates.
right.
So you just select nobody for that race. Bad news.
Bad news. I know. Well, Fox News still hasn't updated anything.
Hmm.
Now they are actually calling New Hampshire.
They calling it blue.
They're calling it blue.
Yeah, bummer. Think we were counting on that one, brother. Our counts are looking kind of shaky.
Yeah, man. Those four votes are just outstanding.
Well, it's 14 votes plus what's Pennsylvania? Don't remember how much they are.
Yeah. Well,
That quite easily in our margin swings the tide of the election.
right.
So everything hinges on these undecideds: the Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, uh, Colorado races.
Right.
I found it quite surprising actually that Paul Ryan didn't help carry Wisconsin.
Yeah. Kind of thought so myself. Something else that I've been looking at is the Indiana governor race.
Uh huh.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to that. Right now, Congressman Pence is in the lead.
Hmm. Mike Pence.
Mike Pence.
Okay.
We've never had any problem with, but we've had certain people that have worked for the network in the past in prior lives who had big problems with him for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to get back to that, does Fox News showing 157 to 153 in favor of Mr. Obama.
Right.
But Mr. Romney ahead in the popular vote by about 800,000 votes,
Right.
which people are going to say, well, when, it's possible that, Mr. Romney could win the popular vote and still lose the election, and that's going to change all the Republicans' mind about the Electoral College. Well, not mine.
Yeah.
Not mine. Some breaking news. Fox News is projecting Elizabeth Warren will beat Scott Brown for the Massachusetts senator seat.
No, he had not.
So the faux Kahanis uh, gets to take her fake Indian ass to Washington to sit in what was formerly Ted Kennedy's seat.
Right.
Nice. Well, I don't know, buddy. Our election maps are looking kind of shaky, but there's still a long night ahead of us.
That's it. There's a long night ahead of some people. I think we're signing off at 11 for bigger and better things.
Oh yeah, like a 4 a.m. wake up call.
That's it.
Hmm. Okay, so while we got a few minutes before we head to the break, why don't we go ahead and touch on one of these ads? See if you can hear this one. If you can't, I'll up the gain a bit for you.
All right.
All right, now, uh, where are we at here? You know what? I can't do this. I have to play these two after the break. I mean, these are going to just make you roll, buddy. You're going to love these. So I tell you what we'll do. Instead, we'll go ahead and go to the break now, and and we'll be right back. We're going to stick with the Howlin' Wolf, uh, the legend himself, and kind of a little apropos question here will be how many more years? Hmm.
Hmm.
Let's think about it. We'll be right back.
A lot of people's wondering, what is the blues? I hear a lot of people saying the blues, but I'm gonna tell you what the blues is. When you ain't got no money, you got the blues. When you ain't got no money to pay your house rent, you still got the blues. A lot of people holler about, I don't like no blues, but when you ain't got no money and can't pay your house rent and can't buy you no food, you damn sure got the blues. If you ain't got no money, you got the blues, cause you're thinking evil. That's right. Anytime you thinking evil, you thinking about the blues. I'll fall on my knees and baby I'll raise up my hand. I mean I'll do for you. I'll fall on my knees and I'll raise up my right hand. I'll feel better if you understand. You won't listen to me. You gonna make me go upstairs in the morning, and I've got to bring down my clothes. I'm gonna quit you. I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna bring back down my clothes. She said you get them all. Well, if anybody asks about me, well, you tell them I walked out the door. I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna bring down my clothes. I'm going upstairs, babe. I'm gonna bring back down my clothes. I'm finna quit you. And if anybody asks about me, you tell them I walked out. No, the money's gone.